Hey guys, so today's video, as you probably saw in the title, is a Q&A. So I posted on Snapchat and I think on Facebook, and I told you guys that I wanted to do a Q&A video, and you sent me some questions, so I will answer them for you today. So let's get started. The first question is, when did I start doing makeup? I've always liked makeup, but I didn't start doing makeup until maybe, I think I was allowed to wear makeup by the time I was like 14, but I still wouldn't wear much just because I didn't have the money to like buy certain things. So I would just buy like little things at the drugstore, like mascara, maybe like powder, lipstick. I think that's about it. And then when I was like 16, I believe, my mom started selling Mary Kay products, and she gave me like one of the foundations. That was like my first ever foundation, and it was really good. By the way, I still remember that it had like really full coverage. So that's when I really started to wear makeup. It was also around that time that I started to watch YouTube, and I became so obsessed with YouTube. I would watch like Michelle Phan and this other girl whose name I can never pronounce, but I will write it here, and as soon as you see this name, if you are from like way back in the YouTube days, you'll know who she is. But I used to watch both of them so much, and I was so obsessed with their videos, and I was just learning stuff and picking up tricks and tips, and it was amazing. So to answer that question, that's kind of when I really started to wear makeup. I want to say that was about 2005 or 2006, something like that. And the next question is kind of related to that one. It is, did I go to school or did I learn on my own? I learned on my own with the help of YouTube and Google. I have always said that YouTube and Google have raised me. Whenever I had questions, I would ask Google, and whenever I wanted to see things, I would go to YouTube. So I learned everything I know about makeup from YouTube and from so many YouTubers out there, people that I used to see, people that I don't see anymore, people that I'm seeing just now. I'm always learning. I do eventually want to go to school just to have a degree in makeup, because I do freelance, so I feel like having a degree would be better for the freelance part of my makeup passion. So the next question is, was I born in DR? So for those of you that don't know, I am from the Dominican Republic. I am from Santo Domingo. So I am from Dominican Republic, and yes, I was born in Santo Domingo, and I came to the United States when I was 12. Funny story, actually kind of terrifying. I was supposed to come to the United States on September 11, 2001. So there's a fun fact for you, and obviously my flight got canceled after everything that happened. So I ended up coming on September 16, 2001, and I first got to Miami. I lived in Miami until 2006 when I graduated from high school, and in that summer of 2006 I moved to New York, and I lived in New York until 2000, and it's only been like a year and a half since I moved from New York, and now I am in New Jersey. The next question is, what is the first makeup brand that I ever tried? Yeah, the first makeup that I bought was drugstore. I can't remember exactly what brands it was, but it was drugstore. But the first thing that I remember, like I said before, it was that Mary Kay foundation that my mom gave me back in like 2005 or 4, something like that. The next question is, who inspires me in the makeup community? And that is a hard question, because so many people inspire me for different reasons. The first person I want to mention is Nikki Tutorials. She inspires me because she is, as she said in one of her videos, she is like one of the OG YouTubers from way back in the day, from years and years ago, but she didn't get too well known until like 8 years after, as I'm quoting what she said. I wouldn't know because I only started watching her like 2 years ago, but as she said, she didn't get like big on YouTube until after 8 years. So she inspires me because she kept pushing through, even though she would see people around her getting big and getting famous, and she wasn't getting to that level, but she just kept going because that's what she loved. So she just kept pursuing that passion. Jaclyn Hill and Desi Perkins, they both inspire me because they both started from a place where they were unhappy with their lives, and they decided to just put everything else aside and just go do YouTube. But that's kind of what happened to me as well. I was unhappy with my job. I didn't want to do what I was doing, so I just quit my job, and with the amazing support from my incredible husband, he allowed me to do this, and he just supports both of us as I do this because it is what I love and what I am passionate about. So they inspire me because of that. They both started kind of like how I started, and yeah, that's why. Let's see what other people. Crispy inspires me because she does incredible artistic videos, and she doesn't follow the trend. She just does her own thing, and that is what I am trying to do with my channel, not doing just what's popular, but just what I feel like doing, you know. Lustrolux inspires me. Katie, so many people in the beauty community are just so incredible. So yeah, that's just to mention a few, so we're not here all day long. The next question is, what helps me stay motivated? So that is part of what I was just saying about these YouTubers. What helps me stay motivated is the fact that I understand that YouTube is so big and there is a market for everyone. Nobody can replace you. Nobody will do what you do, even if you do it similar. Nobody will do things the way that you do because you're you. So you have things to give and to offer that nobody else has. So that's what helps me stay motivated, is knowing that there is no two of me. There is only one me, and it is me. That's kind of funny. But there's only one of me, and what I have to give and to offer, nobody else has. So that's what kind of helps me just keep going. But yeah, that's what helps me stay motivated. Also, my subscribers, the ones that are loyal and that message me and tell me that they like this and they like that, and that, you know, those people that I connect with through YouTube, that's what helps me stay motivated. And just knowing that there's a market for everyone. I won't be Desi, and I won't be Katie, and I won't be Jacqueline or Nikki or anybody else, but I will be me. And yeah, people will love me for me, and people will love you for you. Okay, the next question is, what made me want to start a channel? These questions all seem to be kind of YouTube and beauty related, but that's fine. So what made me want to start a channel is, like I said, I was obsessed with YouTube since like 2005, and I would always look at these girls through all these years. I would look at these girls and think, oh my gosh, their lives must be so cool, and all they do is the makeup, and I wish, but I never ever thought that I could do that. I never thought that I could have my own channel. I never thought that people would even watch me. Then, like I said, I was so unhappy with my job. I was so unhappy with certain things in my life, and I was dealing with anxiety and a little bit of depression and little things like that that I will get more into maybe in another video. But I was dealing with all these things. I was struggling to accept myself, the way that I look, the way that I am, and I just one day, like, I remember the first time I took out a camera and look at myself in the camera, I immediately shut it down. I was like, no, shut it down. I can't do this, because I couldn't even look at myself in a camera, because I would just start picking at the little imperfections in me and all these things, because I was dealing with so much anxiety and I was just struggling to accept myself. And I would just think, no, you need to change this and change that, and then after you change that, then you can maybe start YouTube. And I spent years doing this until one day I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make a video. I'm just gonna go for it. And that's mostly why I started YouTube, is because I needed to accept myself. I needed to accept the way that I look, the way that I speak, the way that my mouth moves when I talk, the way that my nose looks in camera, all these little things that I would just pick at, and just, you know that you know what I'm talking about. You tend to look in a mirror and just point out all the little things that you hate about yourself, and you need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing that. So that's mostly why one day at the beginning of this year, I just gave myself the goal that before January ended, I had to make a video. So at the end of January, my husband was like, hey, you know what day it is? And I was like, what? He goes, January 31st. And I was like, do we have anything? Are we going somewhere? He's like, no, it's the end of the month. You have to make a video. So I kind of started panicking. But I pushed through it. 3 days later, I set up my whole thing. I made a video and I uploaded it to YouTube. And after I did that, I just realized, I survived. Nobody's watching these videos and pointing all the negative things that I would point about myself. You know what I mean? So that's why I started YouTube, and that's why I will continue to make YouTube. And yeah. And the next question is, any advice for newbies? And I think a lot of the things that I've said already are related to my advice for newbies. Just be yourself. And I know that everyone in YouTube will tell you, well, just be yourself. And it's easy to say it, but once you start making videos, you will understand what it means to be yourself. Don't make videos because, well, this new blush is new, and since everyone's talking about it, well, I'm gonna talk about it too. You know what I mean? Just make videos that you like. Make videos that you are passionate about. Make makeup looks that you like. Don't just do the cut crease because, well, everyone is doing a cut crease. Let me do glitter because, well, it's New Year's and everybody's doing glitter looks. Like, don't just do things because of the trend. Don't just make videos because this new foundation, and if I tag this brand, then they're gonna like it and share it, and I'll be famous. Don't do things just because they're on trend and just because that's what everybody else is doing. And that's one of the reasons why I love Crispy so much. She makes videos, like, I remember when she made the Yoda video, everybody was doing, I think, was it Valentine's Day? I don't know what it was, but it was like a holiday, and everyone was doing those looks, and she was like, well, I'm gonna do Yoda. And she did that, and I was like, yes. So just be yourself. Do what you like. Film on the days that you are inspired. Don't just film and upload because, well, I have to have a new video today. Do it when you are inspired. Do it when you are happy to do it. Just be yourself. Okay, so I have 2 more questions, and they're related because they are from the same person. So the questions are, what was my first collaboration, and have I had any collaboration gone wrong? So my first collab was the No Mirror Makeup Challenge, which was hilarious, by the way. I will link that somewhere here and below so you can watch that. It is so funny. So that was my first collab. And then the other question is related to that one. Have I had a collab gone wrong? So for that collab, I actually, because it was a no mirror challenge, I couldn't see myself. So I filmed the entire video and I had my husband looking at the screen. And once the challenge was done and I went to the computer to upload the footage, I saw it and I hated it. And I was like, no, I hate this. I hate this. I'm not uploading this. There's no way this is going to be a video. No way. And I just deleted the whole thing. And I remember I finished, because I needed his help, I had to wait for him to get home. So I finished filming that day, maybe like at 10 p.m., 11, something ridiculous like that. And then the video was supposed to go up the next day. So I was like, well, now I have to, step out of the collab. I can't be a part of it. And I was so devastated. And then my husband, he just told me, what, let's do it again. Just set up again. Let's do it again. You gotta make it again. And I was so stressed out because it was so late in the night. I had already hated the video. So in my mind, I was just like, well, it's gonna happen again. I'm gonna mess up again and I'm gonna hate the video and we're gonna go to bed so late. And I still have to get up super early and edit this video. Like, it was just crazy. So he encouraged me to do it, and I just pushed through it, and I made the video and I uploaded it the next day. I remember I went to bed like at 2 and woke up at 6 a.m. to edit that video. So that was fun. Commitment, right? So the next day I uploaded the video and I was able to be a part of the collab, and it was so much fun, and I love that video. To this day, sometimes when I want to just laugh at myself, I just go back and watch that video, and I'm just so glad. Not only it's funny and it makes me happy, but when I look at it, I just think about the fact that I was able to just push through my insecurities and just make it again, and it's up and it's hilarious, and you should go watch it. So that was the last question. Thank you so much to those of you that sent me your questions. This was so much fun to film. I am so happy I did this. So that is about it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.